Gate of the Gods, or Stargate of the ancient aliens. This strange monument offers another glimpse at the achievements of the ancient people who once lived in this area. The massive stone gate has a remarkable history, as the indigenous people describe, along with the mystical design that gives more credibility to the local legends. It was discovered by a local guide for mountaineering tourists, Luis Delgado Mamanu, while exploring the surrounding foothills. He stumbled upon this great door-like structure in the Hayu Marca mountain region of southern Peru, mostly by coincidence. The Gate of the Gods, or the Puerta de Hayu Marca, was carved in a huge natural rock, measuring precisely 7 meters in height as well as in width, and it has a small compartment in the center at the base. It is believed that the smaller entrance was meant for earthly souls, while the bigger, symmetrical entrance was used by deities when they visited our realm. The local guide, Luis Delgado, claimed that the mysterious gate was somehow reaching to him in his dreams by sending visions with people of old who opened the gate while inviting him to pass through it, so even though people consider his finding a pure coincidence, he believes that a strange force guided him to the gate, because of the many visions he received. When I saw the structure for the first time, I almost passed out. I have dreamed of such a construction repeatedly over the years, but in the dream, the path to the door was paved with pink marble statues that aligned on both sides of the path. In the dream, I also saw that the smaller door was open and there was a brilliant blue light coming from what looked like a shimmering tunnel. I have commented to my family many times about these dreams, and so when I finally gazed upon the doorway, it was like a revelation from God. How do you make order of such a strange occurrence? If it was God or some unearthly being who set the path for this man, we can only presume, but the local Indian population has named the place the City of the Gods. Although no city has been discovered, many of the rocks surrounding the area resemble buildings and artificial structures, shaping the idea of yet another time-worn civilization who inhabited the area in the distant past. This theory is accompanied by the native Indian legends discovered only after the area where the gate stands was surrounded by archaeologists. The stories depict a gateway leading to the land of the gods, used by ancient heroes in order to join their deities and have a glorious new life on the plane of immortality. The adventurers sometimes returned from the mystical plane accompanied by their gods who inspected all the lands in the kingdom before going back through the gate. Is it possible that the depicted gods were actually advanced beings from a parallel universe or another reality? According to the local beliefs, these gods revealed themselves to the old indigenous people and sometimes offered them great visions on the night sky, and while interpreting these myths in present days, we can only think of some kind of evolved projector or maybe a holographic device that was causing these mirages. A different legend tells of the Spanish conquistadors who arrived in Peru and robbed the Inca temples at that time full of gold and precious stones. As a result of the alarming situation, an Inca priest of the Temple of the Seven Rays named Ramumaro, fled the temple with the revered disc known as the Key of the Gods of the Seven Rays and hid in the mountains of Hayu Marca. When he finally arrived at the Gate of the Gods, which at that point in time was guarded by shaman priests, he revealed the sacred key, and in the moments that followed a great ritual began. The performance triggered the golden disc which opened a portal into the gate, and according to the legends, blue light did come out of it. Ramumara offered the golden disc to the priests and went through the portal, never to return again. To add up to the mystery, archaeologists have found a small depression on the right side of the entranceway designed for humans, and confirmed that in this compartment, a small disc could be placed tight to the rock. Could this particular spot be the place where the mechanism was activated? Until archaeologists discover the sacred golden disc, we can only presume, but countless people have told how they placed their hands on the small rocky door and felt a wave of energy flowing through them, as well as several experiences based on cosmic visions involving stars, columns of fire and the sound of strange rhythmic music. The bizarre Gate of the Gods strongly resembles the other fascinating Gate of the Sun near Lake Titicaca. Another strange coincidence is that if you link the two sacred gates and 5 other mystical archaeological sites by grid lines, They intersect each other exactly where Lake Titicaca is located. Many UFO reports have surfaced from Lake Titicaca and Peru in general, described as glowing blue spheres or even luminous white disks, showing a good amount of mysterious phenomenon that happened in this area. If ET beings visited this area, it seems likely that they will someday return, as mentioned in the legends that speak about the reopening of the Gate of the Gods, this time many times bigger than it actually is, allowing the gods to return in their sunships.